Well, hello everyone, and welcome to 2020. Man, what a year it was for movies. 2019 had some really good ones out there, not gonna lie. But, oh man, it had some bad ones as well. And today we're gonna talk about those. Because there were 5 of them that really stood out to me. Not saying these are awful movies, not saying that these are movies you should never see. I obviously saw them all. I paid to see these. I kind of enjoy parts of them, but these are the 5 worst movies that I saw this previous year, 2019, not 2020. And to start off that list, Jumanji, The Next Level. This movie was a straight carbon copy of the 2017 release, and I had no desire to continue watching this movie about 5 minutes into it. I was pretty bored. The only good jokes that were used were the new old guys who got to play as the video game characters. I mean, that was really all this movie had going for it. Going on to number 4, Captain Marvel. Wow. This was pretty bad as well. Surprised this didn't beat out my number 3. But this one had kind of an interesting idea to it. It was introducing a new character into the Marvel Universe. We were going to see a whole nother planet with, I don't even remember the names of them. That's how, this movie was boring. Okay. I don't remember the names, but it was like space police. They were going to kill the space aliens that could shift into other people. And then they turned out to be bad. I mean, Brie Larson, super bland as this character. I mean, a piece of toast has more character development. She starts the movie as Captain Marvel and ends the movie as Captain Marvel. Like, the only difference is that, she figured out she can use her powers all the time. That's the plot of this movie. That's all it built up for Endgame. And speaking of Endgame, I told you I'd do a review at the end of the year for this if you've been watching my channel. Number 3, Avengers Endgame. This movie's 3 hours long, okay? And it's not worth the 3 hours at all. There's maybe 10 minutes of it that I consider rewatching, and it's really not even that great of 10 minutes. Mega letdown. I know this doesn't go... Most people do not agree with me on this. That's what I'm trying to say. I know one other person who really didn't care for this movie. She loves Marvel movies and saw this and was like, that was garbage. And that's exactly what I thought. I saw this movie. I had a track meet. Went and saw this movie with a buddy who had just seen it. He saw the premiere at 6 o'clock, and then he bought another ticket because he wanted to watch it with me at 9:35 later that night. So he sat through 3 hours, and then another 3 hours, and I looked at him immediately afterwards, and I said, that was shit. I mean, it was bad. 3 hours that I do not ever want to spend again. Yet I bought the movie because I wanted to add it to my collection. I don't think I've watched the full. I think I've watched the full movie once because a friend wanted to see it, but super bland. I mean, it was just a movie of, hey, remember that happened? Hey, that character. Look what they've become. That guy. He's fat. Oh, what? The big green guy isn't so strong anymore. But look, he goes bang, just like in the other movie. Oh, but another bang. It's blech. Now, speaking of another blech movie, I just reviewed this one. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. That's my number 2 on this list. It's put at number 2 because the movie's a number 2, okay? I would rather take a number 2 than watch this movie again. Wow, this movie is awful. I mean, Disney ruined Star Wars. I hate to board that train. I was off that train. I loved Last Jedi. I know I'm in the minority there. I loved Force Awakens, even though it was kind of a copy of A New Hope. Not even kind of. It was a copy of A New Hope. But Last Jedi came in. Rian Johnson said, here's Snoke. I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, here's Rey. This mysterious girl, well, she's gonna still be a mystery. Like, she's a no one. And then J.J. Abrams came in with The Rise of Skywalker and said, okay, I'm going to make a whole bunch of stuff up, and it's going to be garbage. And it was bad. It was so bad. I mean, 15 minutes into a Star Wars movie that I'd been looking forward to was I thinking, man, is this over yet? Like, come on now. It took forever. And finally, my number one movie that sucked this year, The Lion King. The only movie to ever make me fall asleep in theaters. That is the only thing that's going for this movie. I mean, if I wanted to watch The Lion King, I would have just watched the original. And it's not even live action. It's animated still. It's CGI. I don't know why everyone's freaking out about it being live action. It's not like they trained these lions and, I don't know, Pumbas, whatever, to get them to voice act or anything. It was so boring, and it was 2 hours long. Are you kidding me? The cartoon's like an hour and 20 minutes. All that filler time, from what I remember, all that filler time was just animals walking around in the grass. Like, there's a 2-minute scene of, I think it was a mouse just running around at the beginning. Yeah, it's the mouse that Scar eats. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen The Lion King. This movie was bad, okay? It was not good. There was no reason that it needed to be made, and I think it was an epic failure for Disney. And that's kind of what I'm noticing as I'm looking at my list right now. Both, or not even both. Number 4, Captain Marvel. Number 3, Endgame. Number 2, Star Wars. Number 1, The Lion King. What do they all have in common? Disney movies. This was not Disney's year. I don't care to give Disney my money anymore if they're going to keep treating movies like this. And also, which one of those was an original movie? None of them. They were either a remake or a sequel. You can't even call Captain Marvel an original movie. Marvel. I mean, it's another superhero movie. It had Nick Fury in it. It had, I think, the scrolls and like references to Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy in it. None of these were original movies. Not a single movie on my list of worst movies of 2019 was an original movie. Maybe that's a hint. I don't know. But those are my worst movies of 2019. Thank you for watching the video. Do go watch these movies. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, like it and subscribe. That'd be kind of nice. Hey, enjoy those movies.